بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين أما بعد إخوة الإسلام عباد الله. I was asked a question via Facebook, and for those, before I continue, for those that attempt to reach out to me, then Facebook is one platform where I can be reached, as one individual recently reached out to me via the comment section on the YouTube video. So Facebook and WhatsApp are common ways to contact me for those that are trying to, for whatever reason. So there was a question that was posed to me via Facebook, and the questioner, he asks, or he states, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. What is the difference between halal and mubaah? When do we say something is mubaah? So this is the question that was posed. And first and foremost, when touching on this subject matter, then it's important to point out that mubaah is a hukm min al-ahkam al-shar'iyya. It is a hukm min al-ahkam al-shar'iyya. And when looking at what a hukm is, then I want to take a look at the statement of Sheikh Muhammad ibn Salih al-Uthaymin to bring some type of understanding to the general subject. So we're looking at his statement from his book Al-Usul min Ilm al-Usul, which is a book that is that has compiled the usul of the madhab of the Hanabila. And he states concerning the definition for al-ahkam, and al-ahkam is the plural to hukm, ما اقتضاه خطاب الشرع المتعلق بأفعال المكلفين من طلب أو تخيير أو وضع. He states it is what the khitab al-shar', and what is intended by that is the Quran and the Sunnah. It is what the Quran and the Sunnah demand. That which it is whatsoever the Quran and the Sunnah demand, that which is connected to what? To actions of the one that has been burdened with responsibility. And the one that is burdened with responsibility, what exits from that is one who has not reached the age of puberty and one who is not sound of mind. And this request or demand is from the perspective of a talab. That which is being required, that which the book and the Sunnah requires, it is from the perspective of a talab, a demand or a request, or takhyir, a choice or leniency in an affair, and wada. And what is intended here refers to the acceptance or rejection of an act of worship or contract. This is what is in basically the definition as it relates to al-ahkam. And al-ahkam, in its definition, for those that understand the intent of the definition, then we understand that al-ahkam al-shar'iyya has two distinct types and or categories. One, that which is considered at-taklifiyya, and two, that which is considered al-wada'iyya. Now, when dealing with al-wada'iyya, its rulings as it pertains to the al-ahkam al-wad'iyya. But as it pertains to al-ahkam or ahkam al-taklifiyya, it is these are rulings pertaining to or as it relates to actions, and these rulings are one of five. Either the action or the statement is wajib, the statement or action is mustahab, the statement or action is mubah, the statement or action is makruh, the statement or action is haram. And these five rulings, I believe, are well known to a lot of the Muslims, and definitely should be well known, or may be well known to the questioner. So, Mubaah is amongst one of these five rulings. It's amongst one of these five rulings. So now the question is, what is intended by al-Mubaah? Well, Sheikh Muhammad ibn Salih al-Uthaymin, or rahmatullahi ta'ala alayh, he gives a simplified definition to al-Mubaah. He states, مَا لَا يَتَعَلَّقُ بِهِ أَمْرٌ وَلَا نَحْيٌ لِذَاتِهِ. He states, that which does not have connected to it neither a command nor prohibition. That which does not have connected to it neither a command nor prohibition. This is an action that is considered, or that takes the ruling of being mubaah. Mubaah. And so if we were to give an example, the action of drinking water, this is mubaah. Or the action of buying water, it's mubaah. It doesn't have, there's no command, there's neither a command nor prohibition attached or affixed to the buying of water. There is no command or prohibition affixed to ice cream. Eating ice cream is mubaah. So any action, statement or action that does not have attached to it or connected to it a command or prohibition, then its ruling is that it is mubaah. That's its ruling. And so when looking at this particular mas'ala or this affair, then one of the things that has to be understood is that there are words, when looking at this from the Islamic technical perspective and from the usul fiqh perspective, there are other words that are synonymous with mubaah. Just like there are other words that are synonymous with wajib and mustahab. So, from the words that are synonymous with mubaah is halal. When someone says something is mubaah, they're saying that it's halal. So the original question is, what's the difference between al-mubaah and al-halal? And we're saying that they're synonymous in this regard. Same thing with jaiz. Something is allowed, it's permissible, and so on. And this is similar to, if we were to use this as an example, mustahab, an example from a hukum min ahkam at-taklifiyya, then mustahab, which is normally translated as recommended, there are other words that are synonymous with it. If you see it in the books of fiqh, you may not see mustahab, but you may see one of these other words, and what's intended by it is mustahab, like masnoon, like sunnah, like mandub. All of these words are pointing to the ruling of mustahab. Same thing with wajib. There are several words that are synonymous with wajib when as it relates to usul fiqh, like fard, for instance, or haq. and thus forth and so on. And thus forth and so on. So, to answer the question, what is the difference between Mubaah and Halal in the Usul al-Fiqh perspective? From the Usul al-Fiqh perspective, there is no difference. And when do we use Mubaah? We use Mubaah, or we apply Mubaah, or place the ruling that something is Mubaah when it is a thing, a statement or action that does not have connected to it neither a command nor prohibition. It does not have connected to it neither command nor prohibition. There is no command nor prohibition connected to drinking juice, for instance, and thus forth and so on. So hopefully this simplified answer clarifies that question, and Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala knows best. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك. And that's all I have to say as it relates to this matter. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.